Hello students, welcome to the Narayana online classes. Students, in this class, I want to discuss with you the assignment key. Let us see the first question. Storage of waste and other materials are the functions of dash organelle. So, you know that from few classes onwards, we have been learning cell, the structure and functions. So, from this lesson, an assignment is placed. In this assignment, first question is, storage of waste and other materials are the functions of dash organelle. Golgi operators, ribosomes, vacuole and mitochondria. Storage is always performed by an organelle called vacuole. So, if suppose take an a plant cell. Suppose take a plant cell. The plant cell generally looks like this. Largest cell organelle is, or the most prominent cell organelle is a vacuole. Inside this vacuole, generally substances are stored. So, what kind of substances are stored? Such as like other materials, like even water gets stored inside this vacuole. Some of the substances like food materials are also stored inside this vacuole. So anyway, the vacuole helps in the storage of waste as well as other materials. So wastewater and waste substances generally stored inside the vacuole. Not only the waste, some food materials are also gets stored inside the vacuole. Moving on to next question. Functions in cellular respiration and produce ATP for the cells are the functions of dash organelle. You know that the ATP gets produced by a cell organelle, namely, what is that cell organelle called? The cell organelle namely mitochondria. So generally the mitochondria looks like this. So the mitochondrions have two major membranes, an outer membrane and also an inner membrane. In this inner membrane, there is a matrix. Inside this matrix, a fluid is present, or there is one more structure is present called cristae. What it is called? Cristae. So here, this crista that contains some special particles or some special structures called F1 particles. What are they? F1 and also F0 particles. These F1 or F0 particles, they produce some enzymes. These enzymes break down the glucose molecule into ATP, which means when glucose molecule gets breakdown, amount of energy which is present in the glucose released outside. The released energy will be stored inside a molecule called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. What is the full form of ATP? Adenosine triphosphate. Anyway, energy production takes place in this structure called mitochondria. So option 4 is the correct one. Moving to next question. Dense structure in the nucleus and site of ribosomes synthesis are the functions of dash organelle. Dense structure in the nucleus. Suppose take a nucleus. It's a large spherical shaped organelle. Inside this nucleus, what are the common parts you can see? In this nucleus, you can see a special structure called as nucleolus. What it is called? Nucleolus. So this nucleolus, it's a dense structure, which means, what do you mean by dense? What do you mean by dense? Dense means thick. It's a thick substance that helps in the ribosome protein synthesis, which means the nucleus contains nucleolus. The nucleolus helps in the synthesis of ribosomes. So dense structure present in the nucleus and site for the ribosome synthesis are the functions of an organelle called the nucleolus. So nucleolus is a special structure that is seen in the nucleus. So nucleus is responsible for certain kind of functions which are mentioned in the question. Clear, children? Moving to next question. Look at the next question. Sorts and packages proteins made by ribosomes on rough endoplasmic reticulum in the functions of dash organelle. What do you mean by sorts and package? So packing of food material. Sorts is nothing but substances that are packed or packaged. So substances are packed with the help of a special cell organelle called Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus plays an important role in the packing of food materials. You know that Camillo Golgi, a great scientist who discovered the cell organelle called a Golgi apparatus. Moving on to next question. Sites of protein synthesis and not bound by membrane or the functions of dash organelle. You know that the protein synthesis always carried by a special cell organelles or structures called ribosomes. What are they called? Ribosomes. Ribosomes are there are different structured ribosomes are seen. What are they? 70S ribosomes as well as 80S ribosomes that helps in the protein synthesis. So the major function of a ribosome is or the major important character of a ribosome is the ribosomes helps in the protein synthesis. So protein synthesis is considered as major function of the ribosomes. That is important. So our answer is option 1, which is the correct suitable option. Sixth, digest foreign substances and worn out organelles are the functions of dash organelle. You know that you might have seen the lysosomes. So lysosomes, which are considered as generally the suicidal bags of the cells. What are they called? Suicidal bags of the cell. They are called suicidal bags of the cells. These lysosomes helps in the removal of worn out cells or worn out cell organelles, and also these lysosomes helps in the killing of foreign particles. They helps in the killing of foreign particles are such as like bacteria and also virus and other kind of substances. So they shows a function called engulfing. What do you mean by engulfing? Engulfing is generally scientifically called phagocytosis. What it is called? Phagocytosis. What do you mean by phago? Engulfing or swallowing character generally considered as a phagocytosis. If any foreign particle enters into the cell, immediately these lysosomes catch this foreign particle and swallow these foreign particles. Due to releasing of toxic or highly active enzymes, when these highly active enzymes are released in the lysosomes, when they engulf bacteria, what will happen, do you know? Because of their highly active enzymes and also because of toxicity, along with that bacteria, the lysosomes also dies. Because of this character, they are called suicidal bags of the cells. Along with the bacteria and virus, they also die because of that character. They are called suicidal bags of the cells. So the third option is the correct one. Moving to next question. So students, these are the important questions and solutions in this assignment. Remaining we will discuss later. Thank you. Be safe. Have a brightful day.